So tonight, I'm taking a break from the coffee roaster project because I'm waiting on a few materials and I need a break. So I decided to do something that relaxes me, and that is typically taking something apart. Tonight's subject was a dishwasher. And out of the dishwasher came this nice little 1/3 horsepower motor, and it's got a nice high speed, 3200 RPM, well 33 something, and it has a capacitor, a start capacitor. Now I was told that the drain motor does not work. Now that's likely not this problem, because there's relatively few things that can go wrong with this type of motor. Unless it just overheats, which it doesn't look like it. I haven't tested it or anything, but there's a little bit of gunk here and there, but that's mostly from being, well, in my shop. So, it also has this nice little connector, and I want to take advantage of that. So the first thing I'm going to do is I track down the wires, where they go. Now, obviously, excuse me, green is going to be ground, as it almost universally is. And so I tracked it down to its point on the chassis, and it was indeed a ground wire. So that left me with 3 other wires to find. And the red wire went to a switch. So that left me with just 2. And just casually looking at them, it would be very difficult to tell what they go to. So what we do is we trace them all the way back up to the board. I see a lot of guys just take things apart in the street, and that is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. You're going to salvage a lot. But if you take it home and salvage it, you get a little bit of a chance to look at things. And here is my yellow wire. Motor start, motor main. So that's what that is. It is quite likely the main power for the motor, because if you look carefully, motor start is over this lead and there's nothing there. So that's quite likely the main power. And then over here where the blue wire goes to, if you look carefully at the board, it says motor common. So there are my power wires. And that's all I need to know. So the only thing that might be wrong, excuse me, it didn't go to a switch. I don't know why I said that. The red wire actually goes to the capacitor. So the only thing that might actually be wrong with the motor is the capacitor. It could also be the board, but a casual glance at the board, I doubt there's anything wrong with it. And when I did power it up, the board did power on the control panel and all that good stuff. So now all I've got to do is I can cut this loose, cut all these wires loose, and I'll have a really long lead with a nice little plug for this motor. And the great thing about this motor is it is radially mounted, so I can mount it up against something. Now this motor is probably going to become a fan, because it's pretty hot in here and I need a fan. So but I could use it for small dust collection or to run a sander or something like that, and it would be quite capable of that duty. But again, you can take it apart at the side of the road, and if you know what already know what you're looking for, already know what's in there, already know how to wire it up, that's great. But if you take it home, you can really take a good close look at the board itself, and 9 times out of 10, right there in idiot-proof language, it will tell you what it's for. That's it. I'm gonna go in and take a shower and wash my hands, because I just took apart a dishwasher, and it doesn't matter how perfect you clean a dishwasher, it's going to get pretty nasty in a lot of different areas, more specifically around the gaskets and seals. So washing it out with bleach ain't going to help it. You'd actually have to take it apart to get it as clean as it can be. On that note, I know I said I was going to go away. The bucket of the dishwasher I started looking at it, and originally I was thinking to myself, man, that's gonna suck. I gotta throw away this giant hunk of plastic. But I actually have a sink that I've been meaning to mount on the wall of the shop, and that bucket, it is set up in a structurally sound manner, and I could set my sink in the bottom of the bucket, put lights on the top, and build a plywood cabinet around it, and I would have a nice looking sink area that is absolutely easy, dead easy to keep clean and well lit. And as a bonus, being built into an inset cabinet, I could put a curtain across it so that shop dust doesn't find its way into the sink. So I'm looking forward to that project in the future. Anyways, that's it. Good night, guys.